is going to be a body weight conditioning day. So we're going to use our body and just keep it moving in various ways to keep heart rate up and movement going. So we're going to end up doing 3 kind of chunks, and then we'll end up repeating all those chunks at some point. So we'll end up doing everything 2 times. So first chunk is going to be 5 minutes, and we're going to go through 3 different movements, and you're going to be going at your own pace, counting reps. So we're going to do 5 push-ups. So you got toes, you can use the knee drop, or you can incline your hands on a couch or bench. Then we're doing 10 sit-ups. So lay back, 10 sit-ups. Or not, that's a crunch. Psych. You're gonna do 10 sit-ups this way.
Full body sit-up.
Woo, full body sit-up, like this. 10 of those, and then you're going to go 15 squats. So 15 squats. So 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats. Cool? Okay, I'm here now. Woo. All right. 5 minutes on the clock. So Kate might be a little bit ahead or a little bit behind where you are. The goal here would be to have as little rest as possible, and then I'll kind of talk about the different movements as we go through. So you got 5 push-ups. You're looking for that straight line through the body. If you know you can do a couple body weight ones, at least get those out here early in the beginning. Then you got 10 full sit-ups. So you can go straight legs, you can go straight arms right in front of the chest and shoulders here. And make sure to stay so my head's not cut off. Nice and tall. If you have trouble getting up to your sit bones, then you can bend the legs a little bit and even kind of grab along the back of the legs as you sit up. Okay, so 10 sit-ups and then 15 squats. And you're just going for some speed on these squats. We're not going to load them today, especially since the other workouts we've been loading them. We're just going to go for speed again. The goal here will be to keep heart rate up, keep body moving. $15 of those squats, and then you're back to the 5 push-ups. So elbows come back to you just a little bit through those push-ups. So we're not making a complete T, we're almost making like an arrow with our body. So elbows come back, that head and body is the stick of that arrow. Chest falls right in between the hands. And again, feel free to drop to the knees or elevate those hands on an object. You just want to be able to have your hands about chest, just outside chest width. Well, and as you go through those sit-ups, you'll see we're aiming for Kate to be nice and tall at the top, and she's not creating a lot of movement or a lot of rock up out of there. So really try and control that best you can. Kind of anchor the sit bones into the ground, hip bones into the ground as you drive up. Ooh, we got a little animal print to our shoes today.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
My ninja outfit here.
Then we got those 15 squats. So again, doesn't matter where you're at, you're going at your top pace, breathing through, and just trying to use up this 5 minutes. Remember, we'll end up having another time through this. So don't go too crazy, you'll have to do it again at some point. Straight line, 5 push-ups, 5, 10, 15. Nice, looks good, guys. Remember, on those sit-ups, try not to rock, so at the bottom you don't want to lift the back and rock back up. And about kind of controlling back to that flat position. And right straight tall to the spine. Kate's doing a great job.
Yes.
Another thing too, watch we don't want the legs popping up too much. So if they do a huge pop up, then maybe bend the legs, anchor the heels, and you can even grab a hold of those legs. All right, 15 squats. Moving and breathing. Let's see if we can get away with that. like it. There we go. Each push up one at a time. Like some of you might have something overhead where you can hook a band and you can have a band assisted. Here today, I see some of you have that. That's awesome. At home, if you had a pull-up bar and you need assistance for a push-up, you can loop like one of those circular bands off the pull-up bar and then put that at the hips to help with your push-up. If you come to Renegade, you're familiar with that. All right, coming up on that last 40 seconds here. We should be warm now. Heart rate up. There we go, down, right through it. Kate ate her Wheaties today. Okay guys, let's push right to this last beep and then you get new exercises. We have 10 seconds here. All right, so shake that out, deep breath, drink if you need. We're gonna shorten our time. We're gonna go down to 4 minutes of work and we're gonna get 4 new exercises. So for the next 4 minutes, we're gonna run through 20 high knees. So it's gonna go 20, 10, 20, 10. So 20 high knees, so each one's gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So running high. If you need low impact, just think about bringing knee up quick 20 times. Then we got 10 lunges. So you can either go 10 forward, a little less on the knees would be 10 back lunges, okay? And then we got 20 butt kicks. So the butt kick, you're bringing the heel back. So it's the opposite of those high knees, 20 of those. Again, if that is too much, you can go back to that high knee variation here. And then we got 10 bridges. And again, you'll be following Kate. So you're gonna lift up 1, 2, 3, okay, 10 of those. All right, 4 minutes. We're gonna start with those 20 high knees. I'll kind of keep periodically calling out the numbers and the things. Remember, you can keep that like a low impact or a jog or a toe tap. So if you had something to tap the toe, you can do a 20 toe tap for those high knee replacement if need. So you got 20 high knees. Once you got 20, you're going into 10 lunges. So it's total. So you can alternate those legs. Remember, stepping forward is going to be just a little bit more on the knees. You could step backwards. Or if a lunge is out of the question, go 10 squats. So you'll just do some extra squats again. Then you got 20 butt kicks after those 10 lunges. Kicking. And then you finish alternating 10 of the bridge march. And actually, I'm going to change it. We're going to keep the hips up and then alternate lifting your foot off the ground. So we're going to march that way. Cool. So Kate's keeping the hips up, and then we'll lift the legs from there. Then once you got that, you're back to 20 high knees. So you're back to bringing the legs in front. And just running through that. Heart rate's up. So knees up, run tall. And when you think about pulling those knees up towards the belly button, 20, then 10 lunges. Remember, it's 10 total, so it'll end up being 5 each leg. All right, and then you go 20 butt kicks. Or again, you can do another one of those lower impact options. And then you got 10 bridge marches. So butt stays up and you're alternating lifting that foot off the ground. So as she lifts, the goal is to not let one hip sink as the other leg lifts up. So we're working to keep both hips evenly pressed towards the ceiling. Good, guys. Remember, it's high knees, lunge, butt kick, bridge march. Just gonna go back at it. All right, we're past the halfway. High knees. Good soft landing. Then she's lunging. She's like one step back. Yeah.
It's creeping.
Creeping forward. So as she lunges, she's gonna land and kind of push off that front heel. So we're not rolling forward onto that toe as she lunges. And kick in. And then 12 of those bridge marches. So complementing a lot of that lifting we've been doing. So again, keeping both hips even as we lift that leg up off the ground. All right, coming up on the last 30 seconds. High knees. High knees, lunge. Butt kicks and bridge. Got it, guys. Let's go right through it. Let's use it up. All the energy you got. Okay. Finish that out. And now we're gonna set 1 minute on the clock. You have a few options. You have burpees as an option or a jumping jack. And then you can always modify your burpee. Remember, you could step back, step up. Okay, just getting the feet wide like a squat. You could elevate on a step or a stool, or again, you could go with jumping jacks. So we're gonna go 1 minute straight. Here you go. 1 minute, burpee or jumping jack. And then we're gonna do everything. Backing up. I can just see that man going, whoop! So remember, you can do a walk back, walk up. You could walk back, hop up. Or again, find a step or a stool or something to elevate if it's hard to get down on the ground there. And again, jumping jacks would be another option. Let's go, guys. Use it up, halfway. Biggest thing though with burpees is bringing those feet back underneath, almost like in a squat. So that way you got that full contact from the foot to come up and you're not landing on the toes, which is gonna put a lot on the knees. So that's where that step stool or something helps to get our feet underneath if needed. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds here. Just take a few deep breaths. And now we're just gonna repeat everything that we did. So we go all the way back to the top. We're gonna do 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats. Oh yeah. So deep breath. See if we can bring your heart rate down just a little bit more. Oops, not 4, we are doing 5. So this next again is 5 minutes, 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats, and we're gonna go. All right, so a little fatigue now. These push-ups are gonna start to feel a little harder. So that's where make the modifications if need to keep on moving. Nice, so notice we got that straight line between the top of her head, through her shoulders, hips, down to the knees, even in that modified. So whether you're on the toes or the knees, on that straight line through the body. Then you got 10 sit-ups. Try not to rock it up. Think about pulling up. Top of the head up. Remember, bent leg if you need, if you can't get up all the way. Once you got that 10, you got 15 squats, going for speed, getting low. go. See some of you after it. So you know what it takes to get through. You know what it's going to feel like. Just got to get there. Go. Woo! Back at it. Should be nice and warm. Maybe a little sweat going. And back. There we go. Notice the legs stay down, glued to that mat. And just kind of anchoring through those hips and sit bones. So when she's back, both hip bones are kind of anchored down. And then at the top, those sit bones grounded down through the ground. Our magic number's 10. Also helps do an exhale on the way up. That's gonna contract those abdominals, pull them in. And then 15 squats. Let's get her done. Right on through. Cranking through here. Make sure you guys are still breathing. This is your longest set. So if you need a little rest in between moves, just kind of shake it out. Make sure that you can tackle and accomplish all of those reps. So you don't want to feel like you want to stop in those 15 squats. So if you need to rest before the squats, take that rest so that way you can do all 15 in a row. Boy, I'm glad I'm coaching this one and not having to do it.
Saved my workout for this.
And we're under 2 minutes. So you're probably gonna get about maybe 2 to 3 rounds here. Great effort, I see. Nice, guys, keep it up. Go back to the toes, hammering it. The other thing too with those push-ups, you can play with foot placement. So wider feet's gonna give you a better base. Narrow feet, less of a base, a little bit more challenge on that body. Same thing with the sit-ups here, depending on where the feet are, wider is gonna kind of anchor you a little more. Under a minute. This is where you just gotta keep pressing. So remember, if you need to take a break, just kind of shake it out. Make sure you can do all reps in a row. Got it. Hips are going down to those heels. Try not to let that chest fall forward too much. And back to those push-ups. Boy, I feel like we get there quick. 20 seconds. Last few reps, guys. Just hang tight here. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. All right. Again, right there, take a deep breath. Recover just enough. Heart rate should just come down a few beats. And then we have that 4-minute section of high knee, lunge, butt kick, bridge march. High knee, lunge, butt kick, bridge march. Remember they go 20-10, 20-10. And you only have 4 minutes. Boy, what a difference a minute will make.
She's so generous.
Remember that high knee, you can take that a low impact. And then again on those butt kicks, you could do like a toe tap where you tap out in front, which is gonna be less than pulling that leg back. So high knees first. All For 20 total, count each one, stay up tall, bring the knees up to you, not the hands down to the knees. Then you lunge, 10 lunges. Forward or backwards, or you could alternate each round. Where you're kind of driving up out of that front foot, front heel. And you can go squats again if you can't do the lunge. Then we kick our butt. So again, that's where I would do a toe tap if it's too much to pull back, any kind of, recent knee stuff. And then we bridge up, and then you're alternating, marching, picking those feet off the ground, keeping the hips right where they started. So you got tension at the glutes, hamstrings, we're feeling the backside. And then again, as we lift one leg, that other hip is not sinking down. All right. How are you feeling, Kate?
Good.
Good. How's everybody feeling out there? Thumbs up? Good. There we go. I see some thumbs. I saw some other fingers go up too, but I won't say. Just kidding. That's why some people keep the
Video off.
video off. Again, forward or backwards. Stepping forward, make sure you're kind of stopping yourself, still kind of sinking down into that lunge versus all your weight still going forward into that knee. Kick. And then we do the bridge, 10. So again, same deal. If you can, try and take as little rest in between moves. That's what's going to keep heart rate up. But again, if you feel you need to rest, please take it so that way you can still tackle each movement with a gusto. Other thing to notice, that foot that stays on the ground, that heel and everything stays flat. Sometimes I see people lift this heel up or toe or something, mainly the heel. That's a no-no.
Keep them in line.
Keep them in line. Think about both knees reaching forward in front of you. All right, so back to the high knee. Again, Kate's bringing her knees up towards the hands. You're running through a bunch of sticky mud.
Ooh, got a little way.
Then again, as she lunges, that weight's kind of coming center through her body. And you're breathing. We go, then we kick our butt. Haha, we kick our own butts.
Something's
And then
not
bridge. Nice. So again, one leg lifts, the other foot stays fully in contact with that ground. Awesome. Got that straight line between the hips and the shoulders. We're not arching too much to the low back. Not lifting with a rib cage. Everything's just kind of tucked in together.
Ooh,
Oh wow,
well timed.
look at that. All right, you know what that means.
Burpee time.
To finish you off, one last minute of good old-fashioned burpees or a jumping jack. Remember all your modifications for those burpees. You have 1 minute. This is gonna get you out of here.
Yeah.
Remember, feet can go back together, but get a little bit of space between them as we come up to the top of that burpee. You can walk back, walk up. Or again, hands on something that's elevated. It's gonna help that burpee a little bit. Or you got jumping jacks. And you can rock the crap out of those. "35 seconds. Guys, keep it up. All right, 20 seconds. home stretch. Last 10 seconds, guys. Right to the very end. Here we go. Finish it up.